The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Berry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
For a long time, the Raptors playing in Canada was seen by some as a detriment to their competitive prospects. Players dealt with issues like passports, different money, going through customs, and on and on. But now the Raptors use it as a strength, not as a weakness. They have a whole nation behind them. And they have Toronto, a diverse city with global engagement. Kevin?
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Siakam.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Toronto, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Norman Powell. And it's McCall in at the 3. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent. And sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
The offensive rebound. Nance passes to Drummond. Rejected by Gasol. They retain possession. And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now, here's Garland. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. 5 on the clock. Pass to Osman. Lots of room. The shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They committed too many, and then they didn't force enough. So a tough go in that category.
VanVleet bangs home the trifecta. VanVleet's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Sexton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's Osman, covered by Siakam. Garland the pass to Drummond. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And a moment to see numbers for Nance. First in shooting percentage. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Osman kicks to Garland. Nance outside. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
Pass to McCaw. Siakam trying to free himself up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Now, here's Sexton. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Toughness there shown by Colin Sexton. No stranger to having to outmuscle the defense from time to time.
Van Vliet looking around. Inside, here's Siakam. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
One shot.
Free throw good, Siakam. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt, the 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Powell for 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And so, bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6-point game. Here's Osman. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Garland kicks to Sexton. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, that's in rhythm and right on target, as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
Now here's Van Vliet. He has 5. Pass to Gasol. Siakam left side. Just 5 on the clock. And the Raptors miss again. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Now Garland. Osman the pass to Drummond. Now here's Sexton. Guarded by Powell. Here's Drummond. Here's Nance. And Nance slams it in.
We talk a lot about confidence, and Larry Nance Jr., I believe, has a quiet confidence about the way he goes about his business.
Van Vliet with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now here's Garland. No points in the game yet for him, and it's Drummond missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's McCaw, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Nance. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe.
You look at the youth movement here going on in Cleveland. They had a lottery pick to work with 2 seasons in a row, and now a college coach coming in with a bunch of young players. You wonder if some of their veteran guys might not be around the entire season as they look to continue to try to collect some assets to rebuild this franchise.
Siakam, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Garland. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, no good. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Powell. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And he's good on the second. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Hollis Jefferson finds Siakam. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Siakam's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bucks.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Here's Van Vliet. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Back to Van Vliet. It's over Garland. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
McCaw misses, and it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 3. Porter looking it over. The pass to Drummond. Passes it to Sexton. And a wide open look for Porter. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Raptors leading by 3. McCaw, the pass to Gasol. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Here's Drummond. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the 3. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
The tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more 3s than 2s for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I think,
but where has it gotten?
Well, I think that we're kind of at
the tipping
maximum.
point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it.
They are.
Without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is, or where it is, that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the 3-point line, or what strategies change to create even more 3-point shots.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Love against Siakam. Puts it up from 17. Hits the front of the rim and out. Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And he jams it with authority.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now, here's Exum. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
That's good from Exum.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
And there's Porter on the assist by Exum.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now here's Van Vliet. Tight defense on him. This one for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. McCaw's got 7 points.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
1:53 left in the first quarter. Dellavedova scanning the floor. Floats one. Doesn't go for him.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Love, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Toronto leading by 3. Here's Van Vliet. That's tipped. 56 seconds left to play in the first.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
It's good. 9 points for Siakam.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. And here is Dellavedova. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's Exum. Good work defensively by Ibaka. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. McCaw kicks to Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet, and he's way off from outside.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Launches it, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
There's not a lot of guards in this league who like the Knights that Matthew Dellavedova is going to match up across from them. Scrappy on that play.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Toronto ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And Van Vliet out there with McCaw. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Johnson. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Shot clock at 3. Here's McCaw. That one's not going to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Drops in the tray.
Capable of making a lot of different passes. That's a good setup from Delly.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 2. Ibaka right side. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Porter. It's deflected, and they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Toronto making a change here. Powell's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim
playing some at the 5.
A nice shot by Exum.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Osman. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the Raptors call time here. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
It's still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Greg, talk about his game.
NBA ready physically from day one. Still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
Here's Dellavedova. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Nance, great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out-hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Van Vliet. Anunoby in the corner. Poked loose. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Johnson.
Yeah, leaving nothing to chance there. Ibaka goes up strong and finishes with a little attitude.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Dellavedova, the pass to Nance. Back to Dellavedova. Oh, Nance in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now here's Van Vliet, defended by Dellavedova. Ibaka outside. He kicks it to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Over Exum. They get the rebound. Ibaka. Here's Johnson. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Thompson.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been
prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. Exum hits them both. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 8-point game. Pass to Gasol. And here is Powell. Three-pointer. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 8 rebounds in this game. The pass to Exum. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Exum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Van Vliet. 7 points in the game. Outside Gasol. A three-pointer is right on target. Gasol's got 5 now.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Now here's Powell. He's tightly guarded. Gasol up top. And he gets the jumper to drop. Now just a 5-point Cleveland lead.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now here's Sexton. Covered by Van Vliet. And Gasol comes to help. The shot by Sexton, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the basket by Johnson.
Well, Stanley Johnson has some power to his game.
Cleveland leading by 3. Here's Osman. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Zizic. Banked in off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there. Johnson finds Gasol. And they double up Gasol. Toronto working the ball around now. Just 4 to shoot. It's good from long range. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Stanley Johnson. And McCaw is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Then for the Cavaliers, Drummond comes in for Ante Zizic. And it's Garland in for Exum. Now here's Sexton. From the arc. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
Now Powell. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Poked away, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland with it. And Drummond kicks to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. No good.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Teardrop shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for him.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. So he gets them both. Raptors trail by 5. Now here's Powell. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Drummond working against Gasol. Clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Darius Garland picks one up. For Toronto, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. So he can't get either to fall.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
It's Porter outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Swiped it away. Siakam outside. Here's the 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Cavaliers leading. And here is Garland. Kicks it to Porter. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. Siakam against Drummond. Siakam passes to McCaw. Fires for 3. Porter pulls it in.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And it's Drummond missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Garland. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 9. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Drummond. That's tipped. Sexton dishes to Drummond. Count the basket. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Powell, the pass to McCaw. And Sexton over to help. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
43 seconds left here in the second. Garland kicks to Drummond. Now here's Sexton. He's covered closely. You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, the rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Marc Gasol. That one is no good.
Well, Sexton has tremendous athleticism and a great motor. It's about now being a floor general in this new system.
Siakam. Porter pulls it in.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
That one wide left.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The Cavaliers shooting 43% from the floor. Tipping off the second half. Here's John Beilein's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Larry Nance out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point. Passes it to Drummond. He dishes it to Garland. Another shot. Drummond dishes to Garland.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
They now take the lead. McCaw's got the first bucket of the third here for the Raptors. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Sexton. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Here's Van Vliet, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Dishes it to Gasol. The rebound by Nance.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 6.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Van Vliet. 7 points in the game. No good from Gasol.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. For Toronto, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Siakam hits them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Drummond, it doesn't go for him. Good D by Gasol. Powell kicks to McCaw. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. McCaw has got 14 points for the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Osman from the corner, and he knocks down the jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 3. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Siakam, and Siakam throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so here's Cleveland. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Osman. 7 points in the game. Offline from the top of the key. Now Powell to the inside. Here's Gasol, and it's sent back by Drummond. Sexton with it. He's got 11. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense, as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
Toronto calls timeout. And some changes here for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in, and Anunoby subbed in for Powell. Then for the Cavaliers, Zizic has checked in for Nance. Dante Exum comes in for Sexton, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. Here's Anunoby. Here's McCaw. Shoots over Exum. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from McCaw.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. Here's Van Vliet. To the middle. Anunoby kicks to Boucher. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Osman. He's got 7. Five to shoot. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Pass to Siakam. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's McCall. 16 points for him. Now here is Dellavedova. And there's the pass to Drummond. Back to Dellavedova. To the paint. Zizic passes to Drummond. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Passes to Boucher. Siakam inside. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far. Here's Osman. Six on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, that shot off the mark.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Take a look at Drummond. He's got a claim in the final place in the Eastern Conference starting lineup. He's 5th in fan voting.
And it's been a season to remember for him so far. And it'll only get better if he can hang on to that starting spot for All-Star Weekend.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
And here's Exum. 13 points in the game. Pass to Osman. Pass to Drummond. Hits the jump hook. Drummond's got 15. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 7. Here's McCall. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed. Terrific anticipation. And the delivery, Kevin, on time, on target.
Timeout called. Cleveland. And only 6 feet tall in shoes. Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
For the Cavaliers, Love comes in for Drummond. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. Now Dellavedova. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Love. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Johnson.
Kevin Love getting a little clever out there. Fantastic to get the D to bite on that pump fake.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now here's Van Vliet, defended by Dellavedova. Siakam outside. Shot clock at 5. Now the pass to Johnson. Shoots over Exum. Johnson can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading. Porter outside. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. A different look now for Cleveland. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. And he makes both free throws. Cavaliers trailing. It's tipped. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Now here's Exum. 13 points in the game. Love outside. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. Shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Tipped away. Stolen by Garland. And here's the break. Jumps up. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Garland with it. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. And taken away by Johnson. Yep, that one goes.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now, here's Garland. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
1:52 left to play in the 3rd. Here's Sexton. He's got 13. Over Ibaka. And it falls over the rim and in. Sexton's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Sexton continuing to try to expand his game, and in this one looking very comfortable.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Back to Van Vliet. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Darius Garland picks one up. He's off on the first. Powell, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Nance is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Garland kicks to Love. They get it back, but they get it back.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
Toronto's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 8. Passes it to Johnson. Inside, and Garland comes to help. Yes, that goes in. Powell's got 7.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Garland with it, covered by Van Vliet. Pass to Garland. Back to Love. Shot clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. Now Toronto takes it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Exum. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. Love with another miss. Fast break Toronto. Here's Van Vliet. And the 3 off target. Deflects the pass. The wide open look here for Garland. Good on the triple. Garland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. Back to the action after this word. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Raptors with the lead. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Toronto right now, we've got Ibaka. Powell is out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. Clock at 4. The fader. And too long on the shot. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. To the wing on the left. Now here's Exum. Guarded closely. The dish to Love. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Love is looking to get to the line. He's a great free throw shooter, so the defense has got to avoid fouling the big man.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And what you like about Kevin Love right here is the attention to detail. He's always had a great knack, those early years in Minnesota, about being in the right place at the right time.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Toronto's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Powell for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Nance has got his 16th rebound on the night. Sexton dishes to Garland. Shoots over Van Vliet. Garland, no good. Toronto shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. To the middle, here's Hollis Jefferson, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now, here's Garland, covered by Van Vliet. For the 3. Here's Nance. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Like to see Larry Nance Jr. keep working on the interior part of his game. Shots like this can help his confidence.
Here's Van Vliet. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Darius Garland picks one up. Throw good, Van Vliet. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Love the pass to Garland. Love kicks to Osman. Back to Love. Makes it off the glass. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
And smartly played there from Love. He knows exactly where to cut after he sets that screen.
Van Vliet passes to Hollis Jefferson. Van Vliet down low. Here's Ibaka, lays it up off the glass.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Garland, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Oh, Nance in position. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Powell. And that's collected by Love.
Well, the D's so tight on him, and it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Powell. Larry Nance making his last shot. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Garland, covered by Van Vliet. Love, no good. Toronto's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Ball's knocked loose. Gasol kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Gasol. Over Love, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Looking to end his cold spell, and it's Osman missing.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Sexton the pass to Love, and Love throws it down.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. Gasol is doubled. Van Vliet finds Powell. There's the triple. Cavaliers with the rebound. Now Garland. The pass to Nance. And Sexton has it in the corner. Shoots over Powell. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Ibaka. And again, no good by Toronto. For Cleveland, they'd gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Osman. Passes it to Sexton. From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Powell to the inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. He kicks to Sexton. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Toronto leading by 4. Down low, here's Powell. It's deflected. Takes a 3. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. It's deflected.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
Got a piece of it. Here's Osman. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Love.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Van Vliet. Garland with it. To take the lead. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
To the paint. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Siakam passes to Powell. Now here's Garland. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. Clock at 6. Pass to Siakam. Over Nance. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Gasol. And now 24 points for Siakam. The Cavaliers trailing. And here is Garland. He dishes it to Sexton. Here's the pass to Garland. Looking to get back on track here. Up again. It's good on the putback. Drummond's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Siakam passes to McCaw. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
The Cavaliers shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. Here's Garland. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This is huge for Larry Nance's confidence, stepping up at a critical juncture.
Siakam looking around. Inside. Here's Osman to take the lead. And the layup good by Sexton. Sexton's got 9 points here in the second half.
Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big hoop there.
Van Vliet gets to Gasol. Off target from the wing. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kevin Love's checked in for Larry Nance. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They lead by 2. 1:57 left in the game. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They've led by as much as 10. Passes it to Love. Can't hit that one. Good D by Siakam. Toronto trailing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Siakam hits them both.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now, here's Garland. Pass to Love. Feed away. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Powell, the pass to Van Vliet. To the middle. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down. They're on cloud 9.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
Here's Garland. .115 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Siakam against Love. Pass to Garland. Dishes it to Sexton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Now Van Vliet. And the pass to Powell. Back to Van Vliet. Kicks it to Powell. Passes to Siakam. 6 to shoot over Love. That one doesn't go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. From deep. Connects from downtown.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Yes! Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 1. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. .24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Love is confident when it comes to attacking the defense, especially when he gets closer and closer to the rim.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 1. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Pass to Van Vliet. Missed. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.